Sneak peek 1 of the September update is here, and with it, we're getting an improvement to the clan recruitment tool and also an adjustment to hard mode, which I think is going to make the game mode better. If you're a leader or co-leader, you will have a new button in your clan called the Clan Notice tab. And what you can do is essentially craft a message to try and get players to join. Now, this is separate from your own clan message. So if we go in here, we're going to put the notice description here. So we are looking for pro players only. Obviously, a very good way to bring players in. But you craft your own message here however you want. So we are looking for pro players only. You can pick the background. Unfortunately, there's only 6 at this stage. I'd love to see more as maybe a clan perk. But yeah, you can pick the background you want and then you click the publish notice button there. Before you do that though, you do have to set your clan, the language that's spoken in your clan, and then we're going to click publish notice here. And where is that going? This is where it's going. So if you are not in a clan and you click the join clan button, there is a notice board. So you put in your language. So I'm going to click apply on that now. Any second now, hooked. And unfortunately, because I'm on the dev build, there's no options there. But in the normal game, all the notice boards that you've posted would appear here. You can still do the classic search options there, family friendly, clan location, and all of that. But if you just want to search by your language and go for the notice board, then that's always going to be good. And what I like about this is the notice board is only up for 24 hours. So it really benefits clans that are more active and also people that are more creative. It's just a more intricate way that you can communicate with players. Worth noting though, the notice gets removed if the clan becomes full. And as I just said, it's only up there for 24 hours. But I think this is kind of cool. Now, if someone does put up a notice that you don't really like from your clan, you can unpublish it immediately and then go in and put a better one. Obviously, we are looking for pro players only is a pretty bad notice board description. We're going to come in and put it hooked as a noob. Obviously, that's far, far better. We're going to get all the players joining in the world. We're going to change the background as well. I think this one is my favorite one here. It looks sick, and let's go and publish that notice instead. Now, whilst I like all these changes, there is one thing worth noting that I haven't touched on yet. Players can join closed or invite-only clans via these clan notices without sending join requests first, as long as they fulfill the clan's entry requirements. So keep this in mind when you put this clan notice out there. People can join without you having the chance to accept them. And that's why it's really critical when your clan gets to full capacity, it disappears off the clan notice board. So if you get 15 people join instantly, but 12 of them leave immediately, then your clan notice has disappeared and you either have to publish another one or wait 24 hours. So I'm really interested to see if this works, but I'm glad to see Supercell is trying to make the clan recruitment easier. Another change coming in at sneak peek number 1 is the economy. Have a look at the available loot on these bases here. The amount of maximum loot you can get off a base and the amount you can loot from storages in particular is going up. So you're going to be able to loot more per attack. Look at how empty these elixir storages are here, and it's still 1.9 million. But on the inverse, when people attack you, they're also going to be able to take more of your loot. Now onto the hard mode improvements. So this is as it is in game right now. So the first iteration of hard mode was defenses deal 5% more damage, attacking heroes have 10% less HP, and deal 15% less damage. And whilst this was an okay starting point, it really was a hard nerf to any queen charge attack strategy because you had less hit points and less damage, and it didn't really affect spam armies all that much. And so this has been changed to this. So defenses still deal 5% more damage, attacking heroes have 5% less HP and 5% less damage. Common equipment is capped to level 15 and epic equipment to level 21. I personally like these changes. I know a few pro players won't love it because they've maxed out their equipment, spent a lot of money on it to make sure they've got that advantage or equal to other players they're competing with. But I think this is really good because it means free-to-play players have a chance to compete as well. Because if you've got level 21 or 27 equipment, it doesn't matter. It's going to be pulled back to level 21 for epics and level 15 for commons. But let's talk about it more during some hard mode replays. One of the biggest nerfs in all of this will be to the giant arrow. So you see it going across the base there. I do remove 2 sweepers with it, but because it now caps out at level 15, you cannot one-shot these max air defenses. You will need to finish it off either with the Archer Queen herself or a lightning or earthquake spell. And I think that's a positive change. I just think the Giant Arrow is a little bit strong with these air spam attack strategies. So I am coming in here with a Clone Hydra attack. It is a very strong army in the game, and a lot of pro players obviously like using it. I believe I swag a clone spell here by complete accident. Oh well, I'm a noob. It's not my go-to army. You can see the dragons in the core are doing their best, and they're still going really strong, despite the fact that the Eternal Tome won't be lasting as long, nor will the Healing Tome, and I believe it heals at a lower rate as well. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Still got plenty of dragons left up on the base. Now, I don't think these changes are necessarily going to reduce the hit rate all that much from what we see currently in hard mode, but I do think it's an improvement because, you know, just watching maxed hero equipment 3-star a base, I find it a little boring. I want to see the players use troops to 3-star the base, right? And anything that's more power to the troops, mate, is a positive because it adds strategy. That you have to choose what troops you use in the game. You have to deploy troops, whereas deploying 4 heroes and watching the base disappear doesn't quite have the same satisfaction as it once did. Now for me, the biggest downside of these changes is in Legends League. Why is that? Well, a lot of people, particularly at the top of Legends League, have been hoping for hard mode in Legends League because at the moment it is far too easy to triple, and when it's far too easy to triple, the win traders have a big advantage over the average player. But given now that, you know, there's hero equipment level caps, it makes no sense financially for Supercell to have people in Legends League have no incentive to max out their equipment. So hard mode, it's not going to come to Legends League ever, as long as it's like this. And personally, that is a little disappointing. I'd be kind of hanging on to hope that it might eventually come, but we can put that hope to bed now. It's not coming, guys. So hard mode, not in Legends League. Legends League's going to stay regular mode for the foreseeable future. An army that you see a whole lot of that is definitely getting a small nerf is these fireball attack strategies. A lot of pros, you'll see like the 9 invis attack strategies. Obviously, I only needed 1 there, but I didn't need the 4 rages in this army. I could have used a million invis for that if I needed to. But yeah, a lot of fireball is used, and now the fireball caps out at level 21. Now, the fireball is still quite good at level 21. 2 earthquakes and you'll finish off everything but the Eagle Artillery and obviously the Town Hall. But I mean, you're forcing them to bring an extra earthquake spell, so it definitely is a positive, but I definitely also still see the earthquake being really strong. You can see the spiky ball coming out there. We did get 1 less spiky ball than a maxed spiky ball would give, obviously. Got the Royal Champion on the top side, bringing the Rocket Spear with her. Yet again, we're going to be getting 1 less spear than a maxed Rocket Spear would, but it's still more than currently in-game because obviously the buffs are coming in. And we're spamming the rocket balloons on the back end, and I think I tripled this in, what was it, a minute 20. So I'm not as quick as some of the pro players. They've definitely got me covered with that. But still, I expect Fireball to be really strong. It didn't get nerfed just in the regular form of the game. And yeah, not having level 27 does make a little difference, but all it is forcing you to bring 1 extra Quake. So Fireball will still be great in hard mode. One army I'm not as sure will be as strong in hard mode is Root Rider spam. Now, we don't see a lot of Root Rider spam from what I can tell in hard mode anyway. Well, at least not as much as you see in regular wars. Now, if you recognize this base and this approach, we did it a few days ago in my Root Rider spam video where we were testing out if it's still going to be strong after the update, and we came to the conclusion it would. So now I'm hitting the exact same base with the same approach on hard mode to see the difference that hard mode makes, and see, you know, if Root Rider spam is still going to be good. So we're coming in with the Root Riders. The King and Queen did an okay job, but not an elite job. There was a lot of damage on it, and then we popped that Warden ability with the Rage spell nice and early. Healers are still keeping the Queen up. I'm going to overgrowth the Town Hall in time here. If you remember when we did this video, I didn't overgrowth the Town Hall in time, and all my troops went onto that. And I still barely I still was able to triple that despite that going wrong. This hit's already going a little bit better. We got the Queen up and the Royal Champion up. So, I think this is overall an improvement. I would like to see the defenses do more than 5% extra damage though. I think that's a big thing. 5% isn't enough. to make a massive difference. The hero equipment is going to make a difference though, and I think it's a better change than nerfing the base hero stats. I think it's more likely to make the meta more interesting to watch and more diverse. But I still want to see, yeah, more DPS and more hit points on defenses as well. I'd love to see, you know, extra 10% DPS and an extra 5% hit points. But they're not going to do the hit points because that messes up the lightning spells. Because you, let's say with non-hard mode, you would need a different number of lightning spells as hard mode if there's extra hit points, and I don't think Supercell wants that at all. But there you go. That is sneak peek number 1 for you. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I kind of like the hero equipment. I understand some pros will be upset that they maxed out their equipment, but I think overall it opens it up to more people and it makes the attacks more interesting to watch. Like I just referenced, if you want to see our Root Rider video post-update with all the nerfs to the Overgrowth, Valks, Super Barbs, and the hero equipment, I'll link that on the left, and we'll see you tomorrow for sneak peek number 2. And boy, I'm really excited for tomorrow's one, and I think a lot of you are going to like it. But I've been wrong before.